This is your one and only Firespark81 with your daily dose of video goodness. We're back with another exciting Starbound mod spotlight, and today we are taking a look at the universal Uncrafter. What does it do? Well, it uncrafts things and a few other odds and ends. It's pretty cool. Let's take a look at it. First things first, you're gonna craft it in your architect's table. You're gonna just scroll down till you see it, and right here it is. It's gonna cost you 5 iron bars, 3 silver bars, and 250 pixels. Relatively cheap. Once you have it, you can place it, and I have one already placed and ready to go right here. And if you hit E and you activate it to look at its inventory, you will see that it has 1 input slot and 8 output slots. Now there's a few different things you can do with it. The first thing we're going to take a look at here is the gray goo mechanic. What the gray goo mechanic is it breaks down blocks and allows you to turn them into other blocks. Now the ratio of how much gray goo you get per block is different depending on how easy the block is to get a hold of. So for example, this dry dirt here is going to be a ratio of 20:1. If I grab 20 of these and I place it in here, you can see I get 1 gray goo. Now you can turn this gray goo into other blocks by placing it like so, and then placing whatever other block you want it to turn into in one of the crafting slots. So as you can see, it's now turning into smooth metal plating. So the bigger the stacks are, the longer it takes to get started, but then as it goes, it'll speed up. And this goes for most instances of things that you are going to put in this uncrafting station. So you can craft a lot of different blocks with this, and basically it's just a cool little mechanic to allow you to duplicate some blocks and some that may be harder to get a hold of, and for all you decorators out there and builders out there who like to do a lot of building. Now the real cool thing about this is the fact that it can actually uncraft pretty much anything that has a crafting recipe in the game. So let's look at this pet tether. We'll toss it in there, and you see it uncrafted it and gave us back the resources that it costs to make it. It can also do this with random weapons that are found throughout the game. So we'll throw this gun in here, and you can see that we got back 4 Durasteel bars. Now when it comes to random weapons and armor that you find out in the wild, it's going to give you back the appropriate materials for whatever level the item is. So for example, we'll take this helmet, we'll toss this in here, and you can see it gives us back titanium and some canvas. And then I have some boots here as well. We'll put those in. You see we got a little bit of tungsten and some cotton wool. So that's pretty cool. That gives you another option for all the stuff that you find out in your adventures, other than just, you know, selling it to a merchant or whatever. The other cool thing is it'll also break down stim packs because they have a crafting recipe. Now, I'm sure a lot of you know that have already started with the merchants and the tenant system and all that. Sometimes merchants will sell you these stim packs, which is really cool because then you can take them and bring them over here, get the resources back, and then use those resources for other things. And it even goes as far as it will break down this syringe as well. So if you take a look here, we'll throw the syringe in there, it breaks it down, we get the iron bar back and the glass, and then we can put the glass in there and further break that down and get sand back from that. And then you could turn around and turn that sand into gray goo and then use that for other blocks. So that's pretty cool. One thing I do want to mention is that if a recipe gives you more than 1 item when you do the recipe, you have to put that many in there to get it back. So an example of that is the nano wrap bandages. You get 5 when you craft them. If I put 1 in there, it doesn't do anything. But if I grab 4 more and I put them in there, it will give me back the recipe that it takes to make it. And then once again, you can also break down the synthetic fiber further if you wish. It will also break down all those extra saplings that you get, and I'm sure anybody who's played for any amount of time knows that you end up with a retarded amount of extra saplings, way more than you ever need. And it's like, what do you do with them? I always just hoarded them because, you know, why not hoard them? Well, now you can turn those into plant fiber at a ratio of 1 to 5. So 1 sapling is going to get you 5 plant fiber. So that's a pretty cool feature that you can do there to get extra plant fiber and actually make use of all those little annoying saplings. It will also uncraft food for you. So if you put food in there, you can get the original resources back, and it gives you everything you need to craft that item back, which this is really cool for multiple reasons. Number one, you can use this to help get further in the recipes, because if you get a chef tenant, you can buy food from him, which I bought this donut from my chef tenant. So if I take my chef's tenant's donut and I put it in there, you can see it gives me back the resources. So that's a really good way that you can get resources if you have the pixels to fund it. The other cool thing is that if you haven't gotten that recipe yet, or you have that recipe but you don't have the ingredients, you can go buy it and then make it, and that when you make it, that'll further your recipe line, because if you've made any food, you know you have to make it to get the next, and then you make that and you get to unlock the next, and so on and so on. The other cool thing is you can also refresh its spoil times, because you can just uncraft it and then recraft it again, and that's going to refresh its spoil time. So that's pretty cool. If you don't want to deal with refrigerators and all that, you can just, you know, if something's getting ready to spoil, uncraft it, recraft it, and boom, there you go. So this will also uncraft items that you buy, as far as guns and stuff like that you buy from your merchants. So let's go buy some stuff from one of my merchants over here, and I will show you guys that, because that's a really good way that you could farm resources if you have the pixels. So here we are, a little tenant setup I have. We're going to talk to this guy because he sells some random stuff, and we'll just buy this gun here. Actually, let's just buy 2 of them. Let's buy this sword too. And let's talk to this guy, and we'll buy this guy's armor. Okay, back to the uncrafting station. So we're back here at the uncrafting station. I bought all this stuff here. Now all we have to do is just put it in there, and we get the Durasteel for that, and we get some Durasteel and some silver for that, and we got gold and Durasteel for that one. And last but not least, the armor. We got 5 iron and some cloth or fabric and some string, and then you could put the string in there to further break that down, and the cloth, and so on and so on. So it might be a decent way to get some resources if you have the pixels to buy this stuff. You know, just another option that I wanted to let you guys know, that it does uncraft things that you buy from merchants. Okay, last but not least, it will uncraft some printed things. Printed things that have recipes and can be printed at the same time will get uncrafted in this thing. However, not many things have that. I found a few doors that will work. So let's go out of admin mode here, so you can only see the things that I have unlocked. So I have the airlock doors. We'll buy 2 of those, and then there is the racial ship door. Now if I come over here to the Uncrafter and I put those in there, you can see that it will uncraft them. Now, like I said, I tried a couple of different odds and ends just to see what it would do, and so far these are the only things I could find. I'm going to leave the rest of that up to you guys to search through and see what it will and will not uncraft. But I know for a fact that those I do have the recipes for in my other crafting table, so therefore I am able to uncraft those as well as print them. So that may be another option in order to basically turn pixels into raw resources. And I think that's going to cover it for this mod spotlight. If you use this mod, leave a comment down below. Let me know what you think about it. Let me know if I missed anything. If you're shy and you don't like to comment, just hit that thumbs up button and show your support. Until next time, thanks for watching.